Nikola Tesla is remembered as one of the greatest inventors in history, but his life ended in a way that still feels painful. He helped shape the modern electrical world, imagined wireless technology before it became normal, and created ideas that were far ahead of his time. Yet near the end of his life, he was not living like a wealthy genius. He was alone, struggling financially, and watching the world move forward with technologies he helped make possible. The question is not simply why Tesla died broke. The real question is why a man with so much genius failed to protect the value of his own mind. Tesla's biggest weakness was not science, it was ownership. Tesla understood electricity better than most people of his time, but he did not fully understand how the business world worked. Invention alone does not make someone powerful. An idea needs patents, contracts, investors, factories, and people who know how to turn it into money. Tesla had the ideas, but other men often had the companies, lawyers, and financial control. This is where his tragedy began. He created value for the world, but he did not always capture that value for himself. When Tesla arrived in America, he had talent and ambition, but he did not have a business empire behind him. He was a visionary, but he was also vulnerable. The world of invention was not just about being right. It was about proving your idea, protecting your rights, finding funding, and controlling the story. Tesla won the electrical war, but he lost the financial war. His alternating current system changed the future of electricity. Direct current had limits because it could not easily travel long distances. Alternating current could be transformed to high voltage, sent across long distances, and then reduced for safe use. This made electricity practical for cities, industries, and homes. Tesla's AC system was not just another invention. It became part of the foundation of the modern power grid. But winning the technical battle did not mean Tesla won the business battle. George Westinghouse supported Tesla's AC system and helped bring it into the world. Together, they challenged Edison's direct current system and proved that AC was the better path for large-scale electricity. But when Westinghouse's company came under financial pressure, Tesla reportedly gave up or lost the royalty deal that could have made him extremely wealthy. Tesla trusted progress more than protection. This was one of his most costly mistakes. Tesla believed invention should serve humanity. He did not think like a businessman who wanted to control every dollar. He thought like a dreamer who wanted to improve civilization. That made him inspiring, but it also made him easy to take advantage of. The world does not always reward the person with the best idea. It often rewards the person who owns the idea, controls the contract, and understands how to sell it. Wardenclyffe failed because Tesla's dream was too big for investors to trust. JP Morgan supported Tesla at first because wireless communication sounded like a strong business opportunity. Messages could be sent, networks could be controlled, and access could be sold. But Tesla's wider dream of wireless power created a problem. If energy could be sent freely, how would investors charge for it? If power became available everywhere, how would companies control it? Tesla saw freedom. Investors saw risk. Tesla saw the future. Financiers saw a project without a clear business model. This was the difference between Tesla and the business world. Tesla wanted to build something massive and revolutionary. Investors wanted something understandable and profitable. At the same time, Marconi was focusing on a simpler version of wireless communication. He did not try to power the Earth. He focused on sending signals. That made his work easier to explain, easier to fund, and easier to commercialize. Tesla was trying to build tomorrow, while Marconi was selling something the present could understand. Wardenclyffe never became the future Tesla imagined. The tower became a symbol of his ambition, but also of his failure to connect vision with money. As funding disappeared, the project collapsed. Tesla lost control. The dream died before it could prove itself. Eventually, the tower was demolished. That moment perfectly describes Tesla's life. He was trying to build a future for humanity, but he could not even secure the resources needed to survive in the present. Tesla's ideas became harder for people to believe. Early in his career, Tesla amazed audiences with dramatic demonstrations. He could create artificial lightning, light lamps without wires, and show machines that looked impossible. But as he grew older, his ideas became larger and more difficult for ordinary people to understand. He spoke about wireless power, advanced weapons, and inventions that sounded unbelievable at the time. Some of his ideas were ahead of their time, some were misunderstood, but the result was that people slowly began to see him as strange instead of practical. This is one of the hardest parts of Tesla's story. Being ahead of your time can look exactly like being wrong. If people are not ready to understand your idea, they may call it fantasy. Tesla could imagine the future, but he often struggled to translate that future into simple steps investors could trust. He could describe a grand vision, but businessmen wanted a product. He could explain what humanity needed, but investors wanted to know how customers would pay. Tesla's loneliness made his downfall even more tragic. As the world continued to develop electricity, radio, motors, and wireless communication, Tesla became more isolated. He lived in hotels, followed strict routines, avoided close relationships, and became known for feeding pigeons in New York City. The man who dreamed of connecting the world slowly became disconnected from the world around him. He helped build a future full of invisible signals, but his own life became quiet, lonely, and forgotten by many people during his final years. This is why Tesla's story still matters. He was not just a poor inventor. He was a warning. Talent is not enough. Vision is not enough. Even genius is not enough if it has no protection. Tesla changed the world, but he did not build a strong enough system to protect himself from the world's rules. He trusted the future, but the present demanded contracts. He trusted humanity, but business demanded profit. He trusted ideas, but history rewarded ownership. Nikola Tesla's biggest mistake was not dreaming too big. Humanity needed people who dreamed like him. His mistake was believing that a powerful idea would naturally protect the person who created it. But the world does not always work that way. The person who creates value is not always the person who captures value. Tesla created value on a massive scale, but he gave away too much control. That is why his life feels inspiring and painful at the same time. Nikola Tesla was ahead of his time, but that may have been his curse. He lived in the future before the present knew how to reward him. He did not fail because his dream was small. He suffered because his dream was massive, but his protection was weak. Tesla gave the world electricity, imagination, and possibility. But in return, the world gave him far less than he deserved. If this story made you see Nikola Tesla differently, subscribe for more powerful stories about the minds that shaped history. And comment Tesla if you believe he was a genius the world never truly paid back.